folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. I'm doing another Petersens reaction. I've heard the song, not by the Petersens though. Bob Dylan's Blowin' in the Wind. Pretty sure this is a cover of that. And that's that. And it was requested by Mark. So, Mark, thank you for this suggestion. All right, let's see. These folks are a bluegrass family, basically, and I think they're in Missouri now. So let's see what they do with this. Oop.
Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fight before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many years must a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist for their allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head, pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Good. Arranging these must be such a challenge.
Yes, and how many times must a man go before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Absolutely love a resonator.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man?
Return to it.
How many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fight before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
You know, they do so many songs and they're prolific with it and with their musicianship and such. But I look at so many different components about how do they choose which instruments to come in with, to go out with, who are the vocalists going to be, when are they going to do the backing, and even the spacing here physically in the woods. You know, the one guitarist was sort of the dude pushed off to the side. The I guess dobro. I mean, somebody cleared this up last time, and I wish I could keep everything straight. But I don't think that was a lap steel. I think that was a dobro, just with a different type of strap. And he's off to the side too. But the arrangements are beautiful. Dylan, when he sang, one, he did not have a good voice at all, but that was part of his appeal in a sense. But his lyricism, I didn't appreciate it for decades growing up. I was into rock back in the day, not folk. But as I've gotten older, of course, and now I have the channel, and I've reacted to a couple of Dylan songs, and I listened to the depth in them. And same thing happened with me with Jimmy Buffett. I had no idea Jimmy Buffett's lyrics were that deep, but Dylan's were. And then to do a cover of it is quite the challenge. Why one of the guys didn't do the vocals, I'm not quite sure what the decision making that goes into it. And I'm not challenging it. I just wonder what the thought process is that goes into it. Maybe it's that you just can't copy Dylan. So it's best to go as distant as you can phonically from him. And one of the girls doing it would have made more sense. Maybe that was the reasoning, maybe not. But the answer is Blowin' in the Wind. You won't get the answer, basically, or you have to go chasing it somehow. I'm not quite sure exactly what Dylan meant by that, but I love the questions. How many miles must a man walk? I think is the lyric, before he's considered to be a man. And how many, the mountain before it gets washed away, and all these questions. It's like, well, those are blowing in the wind. Good luck finding those answers. But all right, I'm going to rate this one. And the number that popped into my head was an 8.8. And I'm not quite sure why. I think I wanted better diction on the lyrics, or be more pronounced, because Dylan frequently did stuff just acoustically, and you could hear him. His voice was so nasal and pronounced, you could pick it out. Here, her voice almost sounded not washed out, but muted. And I would have loved to have had that more, because the lyrics are what drives it. But then when you bring it into a bluegrass form, the instrumentation generally is what drives that genre. So it was kind of a tough thing, but I loved it. I'm always intrigued when I watch the Petersens. I love just the sisters doing their thing, the husbands, the this and the that's, the mom, the dad, all that. So there it is. All right, Mark, thanks for that suggestion. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country and bluegrass.
Yes, and how many times can a man